Finance is killing people. It's genocide. Allowing more for a reason, because they are toxic and they will kill you. And we are killing.
It's also helping constellations such as hydrogen co-firing.
Is what this country is putting at stake. This is what they're putting as collateral damage.
Towards a future world where all of our people and cultures can thrive.
Actually, in Japan, there are some of the resistance to mention to the political issues, including climate issues, as well as the energy issues, because it is controversial. And then, generally speaking, Japanese people respect the harmony in society, so that the people normally do not want to make a statement to oppose something. But I am sure that the Japanese people already start aware that we need to make change. We need to make a difference. At the G7 Hiroshima summit, Japanese government agreed, including Japanese government, the G7 countries agreed that they support the fossil fuel phase out. But at the speech of the high-level segment made by the Prime Minister Kishida, he didn't mention the fossil fuel phase out at all. So in my analysis, so Japanese government has agreed the fossil fuel phase out, but they are not so enthusiastic about that. So that is the point I am really disappointed. We need phase out of all fossil fuel to achieve the 1.5 goal, but Japan isn't support such kind of the strong commitment like phase out of all fossil fuel, but they are supporting the tripling nuclear commitment, which was a dangerous distraction.
I would like to end today by reading a statement from staunch climate activist, traditional owner, and my friend Ricky Day.
Down with fossil gas, down! Down! Harm for oil and gas, humper! Fossil fuels! No more fossil gas! What do we want? Justice!
Our home country is one of the most biodiverse marine areas in the entire world.
It was really heartbreaking. I saw the news, like a junior high school student died suffering from the heat shock, we guess. So such kind of the event could increase every year due to climate crisis. So I expect that the Japanese people will notice and will deepen understanding of the climate crisis, which is ongoing. And I know that there are some of the persistent resistance to introduce the more strong climate action. But the people power, with the people power, we can make difference. The ammonia co-firing approach is highly expensive compared to the renewables, and also it is still under development, and then it is not on track to achieve the drastic emission reduction by 2030, which is the critical decade. But the Japanese government Japanese government is pushing ammonia co-firing as a solution, and then they want to export to the Asian countries, which is unacceptable because it could prolong the lifetime of the fossil fuel infrastructure in Asia region.
So it's really important that we as producers
see if I can extract some of these fossil fuels.
So this is all window.
Okay.
End fossil fuels! 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 End fossil fuels!
We cannot keep on depending on fossil fuels.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing that we see are respiratory effects from the wildfire smoke that we're seeing in Western Canada all the time now. Every summer is a wildfire summer. And so people will come in having worse breathing issues from that wildfire smoke.
Well, I'm a physician, and I saw firsthand the health impacts of climate change. We see a surge of emergency admissions of heat stress, heat exhaustion, increased risk of cardiovascular disease, mental health diseases. We even saw vector-borne diseases in Europe, and not just in the usual regions. So our health system is already exhausted. They're not resilient enough. They're not strong enough, especially after the strong COVID pandemic. So imagine with those climate health impact, what's going to happen to the health workforce and health infrastructure. We are concerned. We are deeply concerned. And we know for sure that if we continue business as usual, we won't be able to deliver good quality healthcare services for everyone.
Continue business as usual. So our demand is end fossil fuels.
Thank you for that answer. So maybe asked another way, why would it be that a doctor needs to
be able to deliver good quality healthcare services for everyone? Health impact, what's going to happen to the health workforce and health infrastructure? We are concerned. We are deeply So Dr. Tedros already mentioned that on the global stage. And I'm so glad that we have our health system. They don't need to be bigger. They need to be stronger and more resilient. And in order to do that, to be more resilient, so we need to be adaptive enough and to mitigate enough to the impact of climate change. And in order to do that, we cannot continue as business as usual. So it's like you are adding more wood into the fire and say, oh, let it burn because we have enough doctors to treat the victims. And that should not be the case.
Hi, how are you? Hi, Where is the dog? We tried to
The climate crisis is a health crisis. It's well overdue. That's 27 COPs have been and gone without a serious discussion of health. Heat-related deaths among people aged over 65 years have climbed by 75% globally in 2 decades. Every year, 7 million people die from air pollution. Changing weather patterns driven by human activity and the burning of fossil fuels is contributing to record numbers of cholera outbreaks. And our warming planet is expanding the range of mosquitoes which carry dangerous pathogens like dengue, chikungunya, Zika, and yellow fever into places that have never dealt with them before.